Hey runners, and welcome back. It's great to have you here for another weekly training breakdown. If you're training for a half marathon, you know every week counts. This week, we're kicking off a new training block and starting to ramp up the intensity after our easy week. This is a crucial phase focused on gradually improving your fitness. I'll walk you through the full training plan, explain the purpose behind each run, and give you a key tip to keep you on track and injury-free. Let's get started. So, here's a quick look at your week. We're keeping it balanced with a mix of easy runs, a targeted threshold workout, and of course, your long run. The goal is to challenge your body and then give it the time it needs to recover and adapt. To ensure you're running at the right effort, the pace for these sessions is based on your current 5K time. For example, if your 5K is under 30 minutes, you'll target a specific pace. Don't worry, I'll break down exactly what that means for each session as we go. Monday Rest Day. Monday is your dedicated rest day. If you're feeling up to it, you can do some light cross-training like cycling or swimming. Remember, rest is a critical part of the training process. It's when your muscles repair and get stronger. Don't skip it. Tuesday Easy Run with 5K pace intervals. Today is all about building your aerobic base and working on your running efficiency. We'll start with an easy run and then add some faster intervals at the end. Easy run. The main part of this session is at an easy, conversational pace. You should be able to hold a full conversation without gasping for air. This builds a strong aerobic foundation. 5K pace intervals. At the end of your run, you'll do a set of controlled efforts at your 5K pace. These aren't all-out sprints. They're designed to improve your running economy and increase your VO2 max. The short, easy jog recoveries are just as important as the fast intervals, so be sure to stick to the plan and don't push them too hard. The workout looks like this, broken down by your 5K time. If your 5 kilometers time is under 27 minutes 30 seconds, warm-up is 15 minutes of slow, easy running at 7 minutes 31 per kilometer or 12 minutes 06 per mile. Main set is 28 minutes of easy running at 6 minutes 45 per kilometer or 10 minutes 52 per mile to cover 4.2 kilometers or 2.6 miles. Interval is 3 sets of 3-minute at interval pace or your 5 kilometers pace followed by 2-minute of easy jog recovery. 5 kilometers pace is 5 minutes 20 per kilometer or 8 minutes 35 per mile. Easy recovery is a pace of 7 minutes 31 per kilometer or 12 minutes 06 per mile. Finish with a 15-minute cool-down of slow, easy running to bring your heart rate back down. If your 5 kilometers time is under 30 minutes, warm-up is 15 minutes of slow, easy running at 8 minutes 02 per kilometer or 12 minutes 56 per mile. Main set is 37 minutes of easy running at 7 minutes 16 per kilometer or 11 minutes 42 per mile to cover 5 kilometers or 3.1 miles. Intervals is 2 sets of 3-minute at interval pace or your 5 kilometers pace followed by 2-minute of easy jog recovery. 5 kilometers pace is 5 minutes 45 per kilometer or 9 minutes 15 per mile. Easy recovery is a pace of 8 minutes 02 per kilometer or 12 minutes 56 per mile. Cool down is 15 minutes of slow, easy running to bring your heart rate down. If your 5 kilometers time is under 25 minutes, warm-up is 15 minutes of slow, easy running at 6 minutes 54 per kilometer or 11 minutes 06 per mile. Main set is 19 minutes of easy running at 6 minutes 11 per kilometer or 9 minutes 57 per mile to cover 3 kilometers or 1.9 miles. Intervals is 4 sets of 3-minute at interval pace or your 5 kilometers pace followed by 2-minute of easy jog recovery. 5 kilometers pace is 4 minutes 50 per kilometer or 7 minutes 47 per mile. Easy recovery is 6 minutes 54 per kilometer or 11 minutes 06 per mile. Finish with a 15-minute cool-down of slow, easy running to bring your heart rate back down. If you find this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss next week's training plan. Wednesday Active Recovery. This is your active recovery day. I suggest a 20-minute cross-training session like cycling, swimming, or a light strength workout. This helps you recover without putting stress on your primary running muscles. Thursday, the threshold session. This is the most important session of the week. Threshold running improves your body's ability to handle harder efforts, helping you run faster for longer on race day. The goal is to push your lactate threshold. During this run, you should be able to speak in short, broken sentences, but not hold a full conversation. The workout is structured as 3 sets of 6 minutes at threshold pace, with a short recovery in between. If your 5 kilometers time is under 27 minutes 30 seconds, warm-up is 15 minutes of slow, easy running at 7 minutes 31 per kilometer or 12 minutes 06 per mile. Then pick up the pace during 13 minutes of easy running at 6 minutes 45 per kilometer or 10 minutes 52 per mile. Followed by 4 sets of 6 minutes at your threshold pace 5 minutes 48 per kilometer or 9 minutes 20 per mile, followed by 1 minute of easy recovery at 6 minutes 45 per kilometer or 10 minutes 52 per mile. Cool down is 15 minutes of slow, easy running. If your 5 kilometers time is under 30 minutes, warm-up is 15 minutes of slow, easy running at 8 minutes 02 per kilometer or 12 minutes 56 per mile. Then pick up the pace during 16 minutes of easy running at 7 minutes 16 per kilometer or 11 minutes 42 per mile. Followed by 4 sets of 6 minutes at your threshold pace 6 minutes 14 per kilometer or 10 minutes 02 per mile, followed by 1 minute easy recovery at 7 minutes 16 seconds per kilometer or 11 minutes 42 seconds per mile. Cool down is 15 minutes of slow, easy running. If your 5 kilometers time is under 25 minutes, warm-up is 15 minutes of slow, easy running at 6 minutes 54 per kilometer or 11 minutes 06 per mile. Then pick up the pace during 9 minutes of easy running at 6 minutes 11 per kilometer or 9 minutes 57 per mile. Followed by 4 sets of 6 minutes at your threshold pace 5 minutes 19 per kilometer or 8 minutes 33 per mile, followed by 1 minute easy recovery at 6 minutes 11 per kilometer or 9 minutes 57 per mile. Finish with a 15-minute cool down of slow, easy running to bring your heart rate back down. Friday, rest day. This is your second rest day. I recommend avoiding exercise today and focusing on full recovery before the weekend. Don't skip it. Saturday, strength training. Today is a running rest day, but it's a great day for a 40-minute strength and conditioning session. Building strong muscles is crucial at any age, as it helps prevent injuries and improve your running form. Sunday, the long run. Today is your long run, with a target of 10.5 to 11.3 kilometers, 6.5 to 7 miles. The long run builds cardiovascular endurance and mental toughness. It teaches your body to use fat for fuel and prepares you for longer distances. Remember to fuel properly before and during this run. If your 5 kilometers time is under 27 minutes 30 seconds, run for roughly 1 hour 17 minutes at 6 minutes 45 per kilometer or 10 minutes 52 per mile. If your 5 kilometers time is under 30 minutes, run for roughly 1 hour 20 minutes at 7 minutes 16 per kilometer or 11 minutes 42 per mile. If your 5 kilometers time is under 25 minutes, run for roughly 1 hour 13 minutes at 6 minutes 11 per kilometer or 9 minutes 57 per mile. Listen to your body and focus on finishing strong.
Tip of the week: the 10% rule versus listening to your body. Hey, Run Fam! Welcome back to another pro tip of the week. If you're like most runners, you're always looking to get stronger, faster, and go further. And often, that means increasing your mileage. But how do you do it safely? Today, we're diving into a classic running guideline, and then we're going to level it up with some real-world wisdom. Explaining the 10% rule for decades, the 10% rule has been the holy grail for increasing your training volume. It's simple. Never increase your weekly mileage by more than 10% over the previous week. So, if you ran 20 miles last week, this week you go to 22. Next week, 24.2, and so on. The logic is sound. It's a conservative approach to allow your body to adapt, reducing the risk of injuries like stress fractures, shin splints, or tendinitis. The limitations and the but. Now, the 10% rule is a fantastic starting point. It gives you a roadmap. But here's the thing: running isn't always linear, and your body isn't a spreadsheet. Life happens. Stress, poor sleep, a tough workout, or even just feeling a bit off can drastically change your body's ability to handle that increase. Blindly following 10% can sometimes push you into injury just as easily as ignoring it. This is where listening to your body comes in. Listening to your body. The biofeedback, what does listening to your body actually mean for a runner? It means paying attention to the subtle cues. Is that nagging ache turning into a sharp pain? Are you feeling unusually fatigued even after a good night's sleep? Is your resting heart rate higher than normal? These are your body's check engine lights. Sometimes you might need to stay at the same mileage for another week, or even drop back slightly to fully recover and adapt before progressing. Other times, if you're feeling fantastic and well rested, you might be able to handle a 12% or 15% jump without issue, especially if you're a seasoned runner or coming off a break. It's about being adaptable. So the takeaway, use the 10% rule as your guide, but let your body be your ultimate coach. Be honest with yourself about how you're feeling. Prioritize recovery as much as mileage, because consistency, fueled by smart, injury-free training, is what truly builds a resilient runner. That's your pro tip for week 4. Keep those miles coming safely. See you next week.
Let me know in the comments below, what's your biggest running goal for this week? Are you tackling the long run or crushing that threshold session? If you're looking for a dedicated plan tailored to your fitness level, you can visit my website at www.marathon-coach.online. Keep putting in the work, listen to your body, and I'll see you next week. Happy running!